And for whatever reason, but it was like, it's not about having a beach body. It's about showing up every day in your business, and it's about showing up every day in your workouts and showing other people that it's possible, showing them that a mom of twins that are busy kids after school, and I teach 2 days a week, that I can still make it happen. And I've had so many of my challengers tell me that the reason they actually joined my challenge group is because I'm so real. Not because I have a six pack, not because I've got great arms or whatever. Like, all that's awesome, but they just love that I'm a real person. And I've seen so many other coaches that are like, one of the top coaches in the company is a plus size coach. And she teaches women how to work out and modify these workouts and make them fit them. So the whole thing you have to know is, like, you don't have to be a fitness expert, and you don't have to have the perfect body, because your people are going to find you. And for me, I love working out because it makes me feel strong. I love that it takes the edge off of, gives me the endorphin rush and takes the edge off of life sometimes. And it just makes me feel really confident about myself. It's not about having a six pack for me. And I just am able to push that on to all my other people, and they find me, and that all works together. So I hear that a lot from people when I do ask them, have you ever thought about coaching? And they're like, no, because I'm still on my journey. But it is so much more powerful when you're on your journey, because people see you showing up. People see you putting in the hard work and working out and eating healthy. And they know, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. And then they get to see that transformation happen too, which is so powerful for people. So I'm going to pass it on to Kinsey, back to Kinsey, and she's going to be talking about how much time you really need to work this business, and that you don't have to have all the time in the world.
Thank you. So yeah, the time issue is what we hear. I probably hear the most from people when, let me get back to speaker view here. I want to make sure. Sorry guys. Techie things. I was just wondering why I wasn't popping up on the main screen. But anyway, that was one of my big concerns when Sarah approached me about coaching, is that at the time, let me tell you what my life looked like. I was working full-time night shift as labor and delivery nurse, where I commuted 45 minutes each way to work 3 nights a week, which is full-time because we work 12-hour shifts. And my twin boys were 2. My husband was just starting a brand new business, like I said, after we had just relocated here from living in Maui forever. And I was also pursuing my bachelor's online and finishing my degree up. So I had 0 time. And actually, my husband was a little PO'd with me when I decided to become a coach, because he's like, God, you already have so much on your plate. What are you thinking? I was like, I know, but I just really think that this could be really good for me. I was like yearning for something that would just fill my cup up, because I give so much throughout the day as a wife and as a mom to my boys, and as a nurse, I give so much that I felt like this was something that, yes, I'd still be giving to people, but it's something that would just fulfill me a little bit more and that I have complete control over. And you know what? I thought, worst case scenario, I'll just get in really good freaking shape. Even if I don't make this a business. But you know what? I did decide to jump in with both feet and do the things that Sarah said, hey, if you want to be successful at this, she gave me a step-by-step process to follow. And I said, oh, I can do that. And what I found was I could build this business on less than an hour a day, and not even 1 hour a day, solid 1 hour at a time. I could take 15 minutes here and work in the pockets of my day and do the little things that we do daily to, be a coach and run online fitness groups and connect with people and work on our own personal fitness and personal development. Those things all fit into that hour. And, I did make a few sacrifices at the time. I decided to get up a little extra early before my boys and work a little bit harder during their nap time, instead of, catching the next episode of Real Housewives, which I'm addicted to. So that was just things that I was like, I would give those things up in a second now, looking back, to see what it has done for my life, because I would have given 2 hours of my day had I known it would put me to where I am now faster. And then after 6 months of doing that 1 hour a day, you guys, I was making enough to supplement my income to bring myself to a part-time position and to a different hospital closer to my house where I could pick up a part-time position. So to me, that allotted me more time with my family, less time commuting, more time with my kids, and more time doing the things that I wanted to do. Where in the beginning, I was just thinking like, oh, this is another thing that's going to suck time out of my life. I would have done it over 10 times. And I just trusted Sarah, and I trusted that she knew I was a busy mom and she knew I had all this going on, but she saw the vision for it and saw that for myself when I couldn't see it in myself quite yet. So I so appreciate that she never gave up on me and that she kept, showing me the way. And that's what we do as coaches, is we show our team the way so that they can do it too. So we're going to hop over to McKenna, because another thing that we always hear from people is, now I'm having a brain fart. Oh, that you don't, have to know a ton of people or be this outspoken person or have a huge network to pull from. Those kind of things she's going to kind of touch on, and a little bit about social media.
Yay! So, like Kinsey was saying, one of the things that I often get is people either say they're really shy, which I personally can't really relate to, but I know a lot of people on our team are more on the shy, quiet side. Or they don't have a lot of Facebook friends, or like they live in a small town. And I can relate to that because shortly after coaching, I moved to Eugene, which is about an hour away, and I knew like nobody here. But the great thing is it's all done on social media. So you don't have to host parties and have people come to your house. So you're kind of a little more safe behind, I feel like, the computer or your phone. But when it comes to Facebook friends, the awesome thing is when I started, I maybe had like 500 Facebook friends, maybe. But as you go, you start to find people that you haven't talked to since high school, or you grew up with, or friends of friends, or you meet people, and you kind of can grow your network there. And it's really cool because a lot of my challengers or even coaches, like I didn't know before I started coaching, and they've become some of my closest friends. So you don't have to know a ton of people. You don't have to be like crazy outgoing. It sometimes can be a little scary sharing your journey, being vulnerable online. But the really cool thing is that I've found is when I've been the most vulnerable and shared where I'm truly at in my journey, I've had people reach out and be like, I know exactly what you're going through, or thank you for sharing. I've struggled with the same thing. So the cool thing is, as scary as it is to open up sometimes, like it's so rewarding because people know that you're real. And a lot of times people you would have no clue are going through the same things or are struggling. And so many people are secretly watching you, and like you are their cheerleader and you give them their motivation, even when you don't realize it. So just being vulnerable and sharing and growing your network, it's not as scary as it seems.
All right. And I think Sarah's gonna follow up.
Yes, it's up to me. Here, I gotta flip my phone around here too. I was like, ooh, we're rocking the technology here. I'm proud of us. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you about how we actually earn an income as coaches. I forgot to mention, but when I started, I was a full-time teacher. I taught middle school choir. And because of Beachbody, I was actually able to go down to a part-time elementary teacher. I get to teach 2 days a week now, which is pretty awesome because my kids are almost 7. So I'm able to have that freedom in my schedule to actually see them more, be present with them at school. So I know a lot of people are like, well, how do you even make money doing this? Because you guys see us kind of working out and just cheering everybody on online. But so you make a commission off of any product that you sell. You make a 25% off commission. And if you're not familiar with all the Beachbody products, a lot of it is workout videos, and that is like, think P90X, 21 Day Fix is a really popular one now. Insanity used to be one of our big popular ones. And now they just came out with like the 80-Day Obsession, and we have a whole online workout library that's amazing. It's called Beachbody On Demand. You can stream like over 1,000 workouts. I think it's like 55 workout programs, and within that it's probably over 1,000 actual workouts that you can do at home. So that is a huge thing that we sell. So anytime you would sell somebody a year subscription of Beachbody On Demand, you make a commission off of that. And then along with that, we sell Shakeology, which is a superfood shake. It's made with all real ingredients, really low in sugar. It's on the low glycemic index, and it's really an amazing product. It's not like any other protein shake out there. It's not even really marketed as a protein shake. So when you sell that to somebody, you make 25%. So you're making that commission. And then the other way you make money is by building a team underneath you. And actually, when your team is building and your coaches under you are selling product, you also make a little bit of that money as well. So that's kind of the simple way of how we make money. And it honestly is like, when I first did it, I was like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. And I totally, like, in my first week, Beachbody sent me a $35 check. And I was like, oh my gosh, they actually sent me a check. I can't believe they did that. So, and it's just it's snowballed from there. And it's just been amazing because I get to do a job that is so fun. And I get to work with other women online and work out and just share my story with other people and actually make a living off of it. So, and I'm going to pass it now back to McKenna, and she's going to talk to you about, if you are interested after hearing all this, how you can get signed up as a coach.
Yay! Okay, so I realized I was so excited I forgot to introduce myself, so I should probably do that. My name is McKenna, and I've been coaching 2.5 years. And when I started, like I said, I hadn't moved where I'm at now. So I was living where I grew up, and started coaching in like I'm pretty sure the same month we got engaged. So I was planning a wedding. I own a salon and do hair. I used to do hair full time behind the chair. And I was working, 10 to 12 hour days, 5 days a week. And so for me, coaching has been such a blessing because now having to commute an hour each way, I've been able to cut down to 3 days a week, which is just such a huge blessing and has freed up time. So that's a little backstory. So when it comes to getting started as a coach, the really awesome thing is there's a sign-up fee, and it's $39.95. And if you are military, or if you've purchased a challenge pack in the past, which a lot of people have, that gets waived. So if that's the case, then you sign up, you pay it, and then we have you fill out a form, and they reimburse you a few days later. But if you haven't, $39.95 is all it takes, which is super great. And then you get you have to pay a monthly coach fee, and it's only $15.95 a month. And again, if you are military, as a thank you for your service, you do not have to pay, as well as military widows, they also get that. So that's just a little thank you, which is super great. And then, of course, a perk as a coach is you get 25% off of everything. So off your shakes, your workout programs, your subscriptions, any swag, everything is 25% off, which is super awesome. So that's a little bit of getting signed up. If you're interested in more, reach out to your coach who invited you, and they can talk to you a little bit more about getting signed up and what is the best option for you. And if you bought a challenge pack in the past, getting that fee waived for you.
Awesome. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up, you guys. Like I said, we just kind of wanted to talk about the most common kind of misconceptions and things that people think coaches are and what they actually do. So as you can see, I think from just hearing from us, the three of us are super passionate about what we get to do every day. And I know for me, I just feel very, very fortunate to get to do this as a job. Like it seems like not real life sometimes, that I get to work out from home or from wherever I am, travel all the time with my family, and get to connect with amazing people like McKenna and Sarah, whom are my lifelong friends that maybe I wouldn't have reconnected with had this opportunity not fallen into all of our lives. So that's a huge part of it for me too. Like I had mentioned before in my story, it was a lot about needing connections with people. So thank you guys again. Like McKenna said, reach out to the person who invited you to this, and you can get going on your fitness journey as a coach too. So thanks again, guys, and have a good night.
Bye, guys. Thank you.